Hello everyone, it's me, Mrs. Gronert, and today we're going to learn all about how to teach with a pictorial input chart. The first thing you're going to want to do is trace on the chart with pencil whatever it is you want to show to your students. I've also labeled my chart with a title. And I like to have the students draw along with me. I find it helps to keep them more engaged. If I try to draw the whole chart and let my students sit, they become disengaged and bored. So I really like to have them draw at the same time I do. So here we go. Today we are going to learn all about insect body parts. That's right, insect body parts. And I'd like for all of you to label the top of your page with these words: insect body parts, just like I did. Okay, now get your pencils ready. We're going to draw the insect. First, I'm going to start with the head. So I want to draw a round shape at the top of my page for the head. See that shape? That's my insect head. Now, the insect has some really cool body parts on its head. It has two compound eyes. So I'm going to put one compound eye over here. Compound eyes are really big and they kind of bulge out the sides of the head. They're neat. And here's the next compound eye. Insects also have antennae. They do. So here are the antennae on my insect. There we go. And the insects have a jaw. Did you know the insects have a jaw? They do. So let's draw the insect jaw right here. There it is. And they open and close differently than humans' jaws. So a lot of the time the insect jaw opens and closes like this. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so now I have the insect's head with all of the parts that are on its head. Did you get that? Wonderful. The next part of the insect is the thorax. Are you ready to draw the thorax? Okay, let's do it. The thorax is also a round shape, and it's in the middle of the insect's body, just like that. Now I'm going to draw the final main body part of my insect, and that is the abdomen. It's the abdomen. So let's draw that. That's more of an oval type shape, and it's longer on a lot of insects. There we go. So now what parts of the body did I draw? That's right. I drew the head, the thorax, and you got it, the abdomen. Excellent. Okay, so now let's take a look at some of the other features that are on an insect's body. Insects have 6 legs. They do. We only have 2, but insects have 6. And all of the legs are attached to the thorax. On every insect, the legs are attached to the thorax. So let's go ahead and draw the 6 legs. Insects have fairly long legs and they're jointed. So they go in different directions. It's kind of cool. So there's one of the legs, 2 legs, 3 legs, 4 legs, 5 legs, and 6 legs. Look at that. So I have all 6 legs on my insect. How many legs are on each side? You got it. 3 legs on one side and 3 legs on another side. Now, another feature most insects have are wings. Isn't that cool? Most insects have wings. There are a few that don't, but most of them do. And did you know that they have 4 wings? Yeah, it's totally awesome. So let's go ahead and draw that now. Here we go. I'm going to draw my insect wings. There's one wing, and 2 wings on that side, and 1 wing and 2 wings on the other side. Now the wings have a lot of little lines on them, so let's go ahead and draw those to make our insect look even nicer. Here we go. Okay, awesome. Oh, that looks so cool, doesn't it? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. There we go. And there we go. Super. Now I'll go ahead and let you take your time to finish drawing that. Now let's go ahead and write the words for the names of the parts we just talked about as we drew. Are you ready? Okay, so what did we start with first? That's right, we started with the head. So I'm going to write the word head right here, and I'd like for you to also write that in your picture. So here we go, head. There's the head, right? And I'm going to go ahead and put a little arrow pointing to the head. Now, on the head, the insect has, that's right, it has eyes. Does anybody remember what type of eyes they have? Yes, compound eyes. Say that with me. Compound eyes. Good. Compound eyes. Compound eyes. Let's go ahead and write that. Compound eyes. I'm going to go ahead and write that here. C-O-M-P-O-U-N-D-E-Y-E-S. Compound eyes. And notice I drew a little arrow to show what I was writing about. Okay, what else is on the insect's head? That's right, the insect has antenna. What does the insect have? You got it, antenna. Let's go ahead and write that word. Ready? A-N-T-E-N-N-A-E. How many antennae does the insect have? You got it, the insect has 2 antennae. Good, can you say that word again? Nice, I love it. Okay, so now we have a head, we have the compound eyes, we have the antenna. What else does the insect have? That's right, the insect has a jaw. The jaw is also called the mandible. So we're going to go ahead and write the word jaw here, which is J-A-W, and we'll draw a line there. Oh, I forgot to draw an arrow pointing to my antenna. Let's do that. Excellent. Now, I'm going to go ahead and change colors of marker. When I write the next parts, I want to make sure the students see the difference between the parts. So all of the words about the head are going to be green. And now when I add my words about the thorax, I can go ahead and use a different color. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this chart. And when I'm finished, we'll learn a few more things about the Pictorial Input Chart. So now I have the other parts of the insect's body labeled, and you'll notice I use different colors. So thorax is labeled with orange, the wings and legs are also labeled with orange, and then I labeled the abdomen in purple. I use different colors for each of the parts. Depending on the chart that I'm doing, if I'm writing adjectives and verbs, I'll write the adjectives in one color and the verbs in another. This really helps the students to see the different parts of the chart and to remember them. So once I've finished working with the chart, I want to do an activity to help solidify their knowledge. So I'll probably go ahead and sing one of our songs or chants. After we do this, we'll go ahead and sing head and thorax, abdomen, abdomen. Head and thorax, abdomen, abdomen. 6 legs, antenna, and compound eyes. Head and thorax, abdomen, abdomen. After we do that, I'll let the children talk about insects, and then we'll stop for the day. On the next day that we begin, I usually like to have up some sentence frames that go along with the chart, as well as I'll have some prepared stickies for the children to add to the chart, and I can give these to the children as we discuss the chart. So I'll show you how that works next. Okay, so this will be another day, another session to process my chart. And on this day, I'll say, okay, children, who remembers what we learned about yesterday? And they can say, insect body parts. Yes. Okay, so we're going to start out with a little game. I'm going to give you a sticky note. And that sticky note will have a word or a picture or a number about our insect's body parts. And then you'll be able to tell me what yours is and tell me where I should put it on the chart. So I'll give these to the students, and notice I have words, antenna. That one I'm going to try to give to someone who knows how to read, but I might also have numbers. And I can even use pictures if you're working with kindergartners and early first graders. It's really fun to just give them a picture of that body part, and then they can still use the word. So I'll let the children sit down and I can call on them. And when they say, I know, I have antenna, say, great, antenna. Where should I put that on the chart? And they can come up and point to the antenna right here. Here are the antenna. And we can add those to the chart. And then we can also have the children use sentence frames. Okay, everybody, let's use that word in a sentence. Ready? Insects have 2 antennae. Ready? Insects have 2 antennae. Now, turn and tell your partner that sentence. Good job. So we'll add all of our sticky notes on the next day, kind of in a game-like way like that. When we finish adding all of the sticky notes that we've created, legs, abdomen, legs, we'll add a couple more before we begin the next section. 6 and 4. Ooh, 4 wings. There we go. So once we've done that, I like to read the sentence frames to the children. So now let's talk about insects a little bit more and their body parts. Okay, so we can use this sentence frame. Insects have blank. We'll say a number there. Blank. We can say body parts there. Are you ready? Okay, think about what you could say with that sentence frame and tell your partner your sentence. Okay, ready? I'd love to have you share. So students can come up with all sorts of sentences. Insects have 3 body parts. Insects have 4 wings. Insects have 2 compound eyes. You can use other sentence frames as well, like insects have some sort of a body part to help them blank. So insects have wings to help them fly. Insects use their wings to fly. So there's so many different things you can do with the chart. On another day, I'll have the children come back with the chart. We'll process it again. We'll go through all of that language again. We'll probably sing our song. And then I'll have the children work on writing the information with the sentence frames. So then they can pull the information from the chart to write their sentence. And that's really cool. It's amazing to see how well students can write after you've worked with the chart multiple times. You can also come back to a chart like this over and over again throughout a unit so that children can really solidify the vocabulary and their knowledge, and you can come up with fun ways to use it. Like another day I could come through and say, okay, what do insects do with their wings? And so we could talk about how they fly with their wings. They eat or bite with their jaw. We can add verbs to the chart and use a different color. We can also describe the insect using adjectives, and that would also be a different color on the chart. We'll also take time to color this in so it looks really nice. But this is just such an amazing strategy you can use in your classroom, and you can use it with so many different things. I'm excited to see what types of learning activities you can come up with using the Pictorial Input Chart. Thanks for watching.